Good morning, and I hope you are having a fantastic day. It is Wednesday, December 16th. I have my final shakeout taper run today before my half marathon, so I just have 2 miles today. I was a 1 week taper 4:32, and then I have 13.1 on Saturday. My legs are tired, but I want to make this 2-mile session quality and just rest and recover for Saturday. It is an easy breezy, beautiful 22 degrees where I am, so I'm gearing up for that now. And then after that, I have therapy at 9:30. I have work all day, and then at the end of today and the end of this video, I want to do a little bit of a sit-down sort of coffee with Ari and talk about just changing self-esteem and improving body image, and a lot of really cool changes that have happened over the course of the last few weeks as I've gotten deeper into half marathon prep and the mileage has increased. So without further ado, I'm gonna get after this run and I will check in with you in a little bit. 2 miles down. No, this has been super helpful. I appreciate it immensely. Thank you. All right, I will see you next week. Okay, bye. All right, so I just finished up my therapy appointment for the day. This was super helpful. A little bit of update or news. I did get awarded the apartment, so I'm going to be moving out of here January 1st. I'm so excited and also so nervous, and my therapist has just been so instrumental in helping me navigate all the change that's coming, and like telling my parents and dealing with other people and just getting ready to move out, because it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world for me. I will tell you that much, but it's just been so helpful. As you guys know, I'm a huge proponent of therapy and talking through things, so I'm going to just be as transparent as possible with all of you about that. So that wraps up this part of the morning. I will check back in with you after I finished up with work and give you the update on body image changes and improving self-esteem and all that fun stuff since I started getting more serious about my running. So with that, I will check in with you later on. And just like that, we've hit the end of the day. I have changed outfits like 3 times in this video, and I hope that hasn't been too distracting, but we're going to get now into running and changing self-esteem and body image and all that fun stuff, which I'm so excited to talk to you about. Before I get into what running has done for me, let's just talk about body image and a brief history of training. So I've been in some form of athletics my entire life. I've been in the gym for the last 6 years, and the last 4 years I've taken very seriously. I started with bodybuilding, which was important to me because it made me look big and that made me look good. And then I transitioned into powerlifting, which was about getting stronger and looking impenetrable, sort of like a powerhouse, someone who's not going to be easily victimized. And the thing about bodybuilding and powerlifting is that they're very intense sports. There's a lot of going one more and squeezing your muscles and fighting for those last reps where it really counts, and all that intensity and anger became a breeding ground for me to treat my body with hostility. The thing that has fueled my training for the last handful of years is sort of a messy internal dialogue where I'm putting myself down. I'm sort of talking to myself like, oh, come on, you can't lift that, you piece of crap. Like, someone else is gonna outwork you, do more. Just super vile and intense things that would provoke rage out of me and get me to lift and train super hard. And I was rewarded for that negative loop on 2 fronts. Number 1 being that expression of anger purged whatever rage was stirring inside of me restlessly. And number 2 being that I was training really hard, so I got bigger and I got stronger, and it validated the effort and the type of effort that I had been putting in. But running is completely different. So first of all, I'm new to running and I'm not good at it. I think the longest run that I had done before I got into this a few months ago was 3.5 miles, and to think that I've already basically tripled that, and after this Saturday will quadruple that almost, is completely insane to me. Running is hard for me, and I'm not entering any one of these workouts confident that I'm gonna finish them or even finish them with grace. It really puts me in a vulnerable position, and vulnerability, especially in training, is very new for me. But over the last few weeks, as I've gotten deeper into my half marathon prep, I've really learned how to lean into that vulnerability and see it as an advantage. And the best way that I know how to describe that is by just telling you what's been happening on some of my more recent runs. So as I've gotten closer to the half marathon, my long distance runs on the weekend have gotten longer. And when I hit 6 miles, 7 miles, even my 8-miler, I would get to the halfway point and kind of shock myself and surprisingly be like, oh my God, Ari, you're really doing this. Like, go you, you're doing incredibly. And that nasty little voice, which we know is the ego, would come in and put me down, and it would bash me down. It would beat me down. It would say things like, who the hell are you to think that about yourself? Like, why do you think that you deserve to think about anything other than just putting one foot in front of the other right now? Just get back to it. And I was shunned. That happy, positive voice that was sort of coming out for the first time was beat down really hard initially. But the last 2 weekends, I had a 9-miler and a 10-miler, and I didn't have an ego on those runs. I just had a very nurturing self-talk. And the 10-miler especially, there wasn't an ounce of ego. I got to the halfway point and I was just so proud and excited and happy that I was doing well, and I felt confident in my ability to push through the tough workout. I'm not going to say that I thought I was going to crush it, but I felt like I could finish it, and that was really exciting for me. And there wasn't an ego. It didn't even bubble up one bit. I was just enamored and absorbed by this positive internal dialogue. Now, obviously that's good in general, but it also seriously rewards my running performance, because if I'm having a positive self-dialogue, then my internal waters are really calm. And if I'm calm, then my heart rate is going to be lower. And you need to have a low heart rate. You need to be in a low zone intensity for you to be able to complete a long run and recover well from it. Learning how to view my body as a capable machine, not sourcing performance or achievement from this negative self-talk, and being able to get to the point where I'm just like, wow, body, you are so capable and you are doing so well. Wow, thank you so much, legs. You're driving me forward and I appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad that we can do this together. You know, these are very new things for me, and the fact that I have found them in a sport, especially considering my training background and the way that training had always gone for me in the past, is just so insane to me. I'm so happy about it. And I think above all else, I'm just excited. I'm excited to see where and how this newfound ability pushes me and my fitness level and my self-development going forward. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week.